Morning. Very busy in here. It was quiet up until a couple of minutes ago, and then everyone decided they wanted to park here, including behind me. But that guy's just literally left now, so I have a little bit of space to reverse. Just give me that little bit extra room. So get out of here, and Germany's just a few miles away, so we'll be there in about 10-20 minutes, if that. There you go, 10 minutes, pretty much at the border, so pulling this service here since it's on the border. Here will do. Used to be a weigh scale thing by the looks of it. For me, but I'm stopping for a brief moment. Entry, drive 1, begin country, D, Deutschland. Technically in Germany, but not according to me go box yet. Well, there's a line on difference in the tarmac there. So this is Germany. There we go. Green on the go box. We are in Germany proper now. Quite a lot of buildings here, considering that customs controls have ended kind of getting on for 3 decades ago now. He's been seized or something. There's a clamp on that one. What's going on here? Yeah, that's German signage. No overtaking already. Surprise, surprise. Next 30 kilometers. Oh, lovely. Sit back, relax for the next 7-8 hours, I suppose. It's going to take a while to get to Puttgarden. We now have 3 lanes and the overtaking ban has ended, so we'll move and shake and move. Make progress a bit more rapidly than we were. So I do have a fair bit of distance to cover today, my fellow driver. Roadworks in 2 kilometres. I'll probably put a new driving overtaking ban in place. That was short-lived. Well, there we go, no more than about 20 miles in, and we've ticked both items off the list. Overtaking ban, and now roadworks. Oh, we're definitely in Germany, that's for sure. But this is Osnabrück, a place that I've been past many a time on the buses. Specifically over that bridge there, going from Berlin to Amsterdam. There is somewhere buried in the backlog a time lapse of me driving from there to Amsterdam in the buses. That was always a nice trip to do. It was a long one, but you knew that you're on the back home stretch then. Berlin, Amsterdam, a couple of days there, back to London, kick everyone out, 45 off, and then you start your next trip and do it all again. There it is. There's the traffic. We're still a couple hundred kilometres from Hamburg at the moment. It was inevitable at some point. There's always traffic on the way to Hamburg. Well, I say, made it round Hamburg, and there's no traffic really of any significance. It's busy, as you can see, but no standstill traffic. I didn't think these were a thing in Germany. Does appear to be one of them longer, heavier vehicles, or what they want to call them. Longer wagon drag. So the drag up front, converter dolly, and then it's got one of the step frame trailers at the back. Yes, there are select routes that they're allowed to run on, such as this section of the A1. I've seen 2 so far driving down the other way. That's my first one coming up this way. So they're slowly becoming more and more popular. So if we could please have them in the UK sometime soon, that would be very nice. I'd like to give one of them a go, if I could. This is our test track for electric vehicles. Or electric trucks, specifically. So they're battery operated normally, they pull out onto the motorway, then a pantograph goes up, and then as you're driving down the road, you're powered by the pantograph and you charge your batteries up as you go. There's a few videos floating around. I didn't know where it was. I knew there was one in Germany. I didn't know it was here. So that's interesting to see. How long does it go for? Only a few miles, I think. How many volts is it? More importantly, how many trucks could it handle? Because if you have this many trucks all drawing power from it, I'm sure you would overload it at some point. As far as I'm aware, there's only one company, but I haven't actually read much about this sort of system. I've just only seen a couple of videos on YouTube. So those videos that I watched, it was just one company with a few test vehicles that are just running up a few miles of motorway. 2-3 miles probably. Interesting application for electric vehicles, whether it actually catch on or not, because that looks like quite a large infrastructure project to try and do that to every single bit of every motorway. Well, we're making fantastic progress, better than I thought I would be. Loads of time in hand. Just about to cross the bridge onto the island whose name I've got no idea what it actually is. But across the island, probably what, another 20 minutes or so, and there's the boat. Yeah, it's lovely scenery. Lovely scenery indeed. So once we get down there, I've got to see what I've got to do. Apparently it's pay and play. What kind of cards they accept payment with, I've no idea. Yes, I have done it once before, but yeah, the trip leader took care of all the paperwork, so I don't really know what is involved. And it was a bus, not a truck, so the check-in process might have been slightly different. Getting very close now. Let's enjoy it whilst we can, because I don't think this ferry's got many years left. So after a lot of planning and arguing and what's it, this, that and the other, around what, 10 odd years or so, maybe longer, finally construction has begun of a road tunnel. If it's on time, on plan, on budget, it should be built by 2030. And once that's open, I can't imagine there'll be many people wanting to use the boat instead of the tunnel. So these ferry routes days are numbered now that construction is underway. What do I have to do? I have to turn off. Okay. Yes, I've got to go this way. Okay. It's going to be interesting. I imagine it's probably more than likely going to be a toll road. Because yes, a tunnel under the sea is not going to be cheap. Trucks, tickets. What are you doing? There's a sign there that says no cars. Why are you in there? You went the wrong way or something. Okay, so I've got to go in that building over there, I imagine. Okay. Park her up. And see what they say, I suppose. If it all works out, I can get on the next ferry that should be leaving in about half an hour. Right, that is the receipt. So I can go there. Lorry driver's meal voucher, okay. And a shopping voucher. 10% rebate on all goods purchased. Restaurant and cafe. 50% discount on all food and non-alcoholic drinks. Lane 19. Cool. It's fairly simple. You pick out one of these sheets. It's got bits like reservation number, account number. You don't need to worry about any of that. Tick what vehicle you are, just a normal Arctic. No, I don't have ADR. Company name and stuff up there. Ignore all that. Going from Puttgarden to Rodby. Registration, trailer number, number of persons, total weight of the vehicle, weight of the goods, total width. Don't know why they're asking that. What you've got on, the current time. If it's booking, you put it in the 2-star ones. We're not pre-booked, so we're requesting, so put it in the left-hand one. Today and the next boat, and then you sign and print. You hand that over, and then you can pay by fuel card. And because it's all Schengen, it's even easier than the Channel crossing used to be pre-Brexit. So no passport, no customs, no nothing. Straight down there. I'd like to get on the boat. That'll be this much. Cool. Lane 19. Off you go. Thanks. Anybody coming? No. Lane 19. Where that line of trucks is. Cool. Cars are loading up on that one. Will I get on that one? That's the question. Who gets priority? Is it like the Channel crossing? All the car drivers and the buses, they get priority, and us hard-working truck drivers get pushed to the back all the time. Right, that'll do. Sit back, relax, and wait to be called forward. They don't hang around, do they? As far over as I can get. That ain't gonna fit. Sticker on brake. 45-minute ferry crossing begins. Go. Have a quick look round, and then before you know it, you've already arrived. Entry, driver 1, begin country, not D. DK, Denmark, not Donkey Kong. Welcome to Scandinavia. First things you do, turn your lights on. Because, it's loud. It is legal requirement in Scandinavia, daylight running headlights all year round, all day, all night. So yes. And as I've said earlier, it is one of the 5 Euro vignette countries. I need to get over to the right if I can. Parking, can you stay there overnight? Over speed bumps. And we are pretty much in the country, I think. Yeah, sign at the bottom, headlights must be on. Not a problem if you've got a motorbike, because you can't not. Péage plus 12 tonnes, aka the Euro vignette. Welcome to one of my favourite parts of the world, Scandinavia. Specifically Norway, but Denmark unfortunately are in third place out of the three. Yeah, I do love Norway. The scenery is absolutely gorgeous. It is unfortunately very hideously expensive to be in Norway. And as much as I'd love to get a truck job up that way, it will more than likely be just to Oslo. So you only just cross over the border into Norway. Whereas you really want to be heading into the middle and then up the long spine bit to get all the decent scenery. The likelihood of getting an event job that does that is virtually nil, since there's only 5 million people that live in Norway and the vast majority live in Oslo. Just about to go into a tunnel, so leaving one island behind and going on to the next one. I think it's the final one. So yes, if you look at a map of Denmark, it's just a series of large islands basically. Water, back to another island. As you can see, the tarmac is immaculate. It's very rare to even see like a patch repair job. You almost never see it. This is despite the fact that they have quite harsh winters and run on studded tyres during the winter. Meanwhile, in the UK, it's not quite the same. This is the one that I was looking at stopping at. We'll see if there's a space. Might not be, because it is on the main road east-west between the rest of Denmark, Sweden and Germany. If you were not to use the ferry, no trucks, not a problem. There's one on the edge. Was that bus? Caravans. Oh no, it's all full. Oh well. Into Copenhagen we go then. So I'm just going to head straight into town, park in the middle of the city. It's literally 5 minutes around the corner from where I'm dropping tomorrow. Fingers crossed there's no one there, because looking at the parking apps that I've got, this place does not actually appear on any of them. Here we are. Outskirts of Copenhagen. Last time I was here was on my Russia Scandi trip on the buses. Yes. Something tells me that trip probably doesn't run anymore. A few hundred yards, and then look out for McDonald's, and it should be on the right somewhere. I'd have to park on the road outside. Might have to. It's got no entry sign. Don't know. I'll see if I can turn round. And have a look what's going on. Maybe. There's no one in that truck. If I can turn round, I can back up against his door, and then that's me safe. That's my load safe at least. Now we're facing the right way. Let's see if we can actually fit in behind this guy. Loads of room to get behind him. Definitely no one in the cab. There is that entrance there. It is the weekend though. I reckon if I park up right tight against him, I should be just about. I should be just about clear enough of that path. Right. Let me just hop out and check that gap. The sun is giving a fairly decent indication, but it's not quite square on. Annoyingly, he's got a little tail lift thing that sticks out a foot or so, so I can't get right back up against his trailer. Teeny weeny little bit further, and then pretty good. Excellent perfection. I'm like half an inch off the back of his truck. What are we? 470 miles. Not bad, considering there was a ferry involved. Yes, I'd like to, if I can, unload, come back here tomorrow, and have me 24 hours off. A Range Rover and a van have pulled out there, and have successfully made it round the truck, so that should be fine. Here's our truck. So there's the little bit that sticks out at the bottom, but as you can see, the rails stick out at just the right height, so you can't flip that down, and that means you can't unlock the doors. Now you can still park here 3 days. It's just whether there's a space. Not really. Lots of 4-axle trailers, huh? One there, one down there. There's a fair bit of room in this corner. That's about it. The rest of it looks like it's being used as an operating centre for construction vehicles. Might be able to fit just about behind this one, but this looks like the only legitimately parked vehicle. He's not a local, and his curtains are shut. Morning! All is good, apart from the first few minutes when I went to bed last night at midnight, thinking all was quiet, and then there's all this banging and crashing, and there's 3 cars all here sort of having a meet up of some sort, handing bits and bobs to each other, and sort of hanging around suspiciously, but they all left after a few minutes, and then it's been quiet ever since. But I will be offloaded today, so I don't have to worry too much after this, because I will be empty. Because it's one thing to have your own fuel cards or your diesel stolen, because that's the company's problem, that have other people's stuff go missing that you've been entrusted with. That's a whole nother ball game. We'll try and prevent that as best we can, and once we're empty it's a lot easier, because then I don't have to look after anyone else's stuff. But we're all checked and ready to rock and roll. 10 minutes round the corner. Keep turning right basically. Right, ready to rock and roll. Truck didn't show any signs of wanting to go anywhere yesterday, because it's fairly flat and level, but just in case, sticker into a gear, dab a bit of throttle just to get the clutch engaged, and then let the handbrake off so that we don't roll back. Now we've got a bit of standoff distance. I can look for traffic, not having to worry about rolling back. When you're ready. There we go. Traffic lights are holding everyone else back, so I'm good to go. go along this way for a little bit, turn right, and the Bella Centre's down that way somewhere. Could turn down that way, but it's a bit of a narrow road. Or is it better? I don't know, you've got roadworks to deal with that way. Buses have come down that road, so maybe. No other cyclists. What is this? Left turn only. Okay. 10 metres, I'm too long for that, so I'm not doing that. I'm going to do a U-turn instead, back the way that I came. Yes, that road does not look very friendly. I'm not going down that one. Okay, back to the original plan then. Those roadworks have made that road quite narrow now. So if the traffic lights hold everything back, I can swing a massive turn and I could make it. Otherwise, I'm now going to have to go back into town, turn around and come back again. That has messed me up somewhat. Swing it wide, swing it deep, no traffic there. Cleared the sign, cleared everything. All is looking good. Oh, she's come around nicely, look at that. So had I gone the way I wanted to, I would have come out of this road here. The road works, or it's not a two-way street about halfway down. I don't know what's going on back there. It looks like it should be a two-way street all the way down, but apparently it's not. I'm going to assume that big tall white structure over there is a hotel that's right next to the Bella Centre. So you can see some sort of large white building on Google. Big building is the hotel. And this bit here, at the edge of this building, should be where I want to reverse into. That looks like where I want to be. Start chasing around. Looking good. Keep the angle on a bit. I straighten it up too fast. I look straight down the left-hand side, it's just this side, it's not straight. The perfectionism can't leave it like it is. There we go. That's better. Alright. Get the trailer set up, ready to go, and then just leave it to everyone else to sort out. So now that I'm unloaded, I have no need to panic about the truck quite as much because none of the customer's gear is on board. So I'm going to, and I've got 4 days to get to the Netherlands, and it's only about what, a day and a half, 2 days driving. There is, however, a driving ban in Germany tomorrow because it is Sunday. And since I'm in my favourite part of the world and I have forever to get down to the Netherlands, rather than race all the way down into Germany just to get stuck there for a day, I might as well park up back where I was in Copenhagen. I've got a town nearby that I can enjoy, do some bits and bobs, and then come Monday morning I can then get going. There is no driving bans in Scandinavia that I know of, certainly not in Denmark tomorrow, or the Netherlands. It's Germany that is the weak point. Yeah, lights on this time. So back the way I've come, get all the way around the block, and I think turning right into that place is easier than turning left into it. I can't get behind that truck anymore. Car's gone. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. What is that? Oh, a bit of rubbish. Throw it out the way before I run it over. So where do I go? Do I back onto that truck? Or do I turn it round and reverse up onto this corner here somewhere? Decisions. I'll see how well I fit behind this other truck first, before I try and wedge myself in this little gap. I think I will back up against this guy's door and see what happens, see how good a fit I have. A few feet to go, yeah. I'm not going to be completely by the side of the curb, but I'm going to be far enough back. And it's only this blue truck here that's facing in the same direction as me. Everything's facing out that way. So no one really has a reason from this lane to be wanting to come back here. So if you're wondering why I've got my door open and I'm looking down here as I'm reversing rather than back there, it's because even if I really lean out the door, I can't really see what's going on back there. But I can see my front wheel in pretty good detail, so I've walked back, I've got 6 inches to go, and I can just look, has my wheel travelled back 3-4 inches? Okay, yes, it has a stop. Get out and have a look. It gives you a more accurate picture of what you're doing, rather than trying to see all the way back there when you can't really see what's going on. That'll do. There's no one getting in the back of that trailer anytime soon. Oh yes, 10 miles today. In fact, where's my pen gone? There it is. Oh, 10 miles, what a day. So it'll be just over a day and a half. So it's not far off a 45, but it's technically a reduced rest break. So I don't have to worry about getting a hotel or nothing. Monday is 22nd. 22nd will be Germany, 23rd will be pretty much there. Collect on the 24th, so yeah, that'll work out. I can stay here. I'll be getting up quite early in the morning Monday. 4 AM probably. Get going when it's quiet. And I'll be down to Rodby to catch the ferry just as they start doing the as and when bookings at like 5-6 o'clock, whenever that is. And I've also noticed over there is a gym, so maybe I could have a wander over there and see if they'd let us have a shower maybe. Otherwise I'll just have to do it myself. Perfection, yeah. I should have parked here last night. The back door's covered a lot better, and I'm not on the road with traffic driving past constantly.